This is just an extraordinary testament to the importance of having a president who understands the power of diplomacy and understands the strength that rests in understanding the significance of diplomacy.
Sarge National Anthem. Those were last night's lowlights. They're last night's highlights.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel Model Renaissance, man. I'm sorry, y'all. That was hilarious. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to view my content. Make sure you follow me on the platforms you see above and below, and don't forget to click this right here so this type of content can be recommended to you. Double check to make sure that you still are subscribed to the channel. Appreciate you all, y'all. I know. I'm going to show her the rest of that video. I couldn't help it, y'all, because y'all know when there's no teleprompter there or anything like that, she is all over the place. Because when you think about, listen to this is going to be very significant. When you think about the passages of the significance of time, we know that those things will be unburdened by what has been. Knowing that when we see that your tomorrow will look like today. Because today technically is your tomorrow once you sleep and wake up. And once you're there, you're no longer here. And that's why they put a T in front of the word here to make you there. What the heck? What the actual heck, y'all? Oh my God. This was just ridiculous, y'all. And the whole thing is this. When you don't have no one there giving you all these talking points and giving you all the things they want you to say, you kind of get lost.
Kamala mania, just energy. A big percentage of those donors are first-time donors in this cycle, hadn't given to Biden, hadn't given to anybody. People are excited about Kamala Harris, and it shows up in the numbers. You got one heartbeat of hope. Kamala Harris raising her hand saying, I'll handle this, and it has just unleashed a flood of energy.
That's former Obama advisor Van Jones, who is all in on Kamala mania. And the rest of the media seems to be behind her as well. But despite all that glowing media coverage about the VP since she became the presumptive Democratic nominee for president, we haven't really heard from her. Until last night, that is, when she explained the importance of diplomacy during yesterday's historic prisoner swap. Watch.
This is just an extraordinary testament to the importance of having a president who understands the power of diplomacy and understands the strength that rests in understanding the significance of diplomacy.
Oh boy, oh my goodness.
Mr. Speaker, your thoughts?
Oh, yeah.
Well, first you realize there's no teleprompter there. And I've known the vice president for a long time. She always starts very strong in a campaign, even for her presidential campaign, 40,000 people in Oakland. But then she couldn't even make it to Iowa, even for her Senate race, even for her attorney general race. I think there's a reason why she's not talking to the press, because she's trying to change everything she said in the history of her life and flip the other way. She's not elected just from California. She's from San Francisco. To me, this is going to be a lot like 1988. At this moment in time, Dukakis was up by 17 points. Then we found out how liberal he was with the Willie Horton ads. Then we watched a moment in time where he tried to show that he was strong, so he put on a helmet in a tank and he looked like he could not be president. Then we watched a question in a debate. Would he still stay with death penalty even if his wife was raped?
Yeah.
He said no. You watch what they just did with the 9/11 individuals. She just answered that question. When you start going back and you see this type of talk, but you go back, don't say Merry Christmas. She's been in charge of the border. I've been the leader of the Republican Party and the speaker. Never once did she call us in and ask, what are your ideas? What should we do? As a president, you're going to have to work with all sides. She doesn't even work with her Democrats. It's only the most liberal ones which she defend. Ilhan Omar, when she made the anti-Semitic comments, she defended her as a senator.
Now, Kaylee, will this real-world experience and true facts be enough to combat the gaslighting the media is putting forth?
That's a great question. Look, I think Kamala herself loses in a historic landslide. Kamala plus media is something entirely different. This is why Kamala, the new basement for her is the teleprompter. She wants a scripted campaign. Stay in the teleprompter. Stay in the basement. Script my way to the presidency. That is what she's relying on. And where is the press? It is in their interest to clamor for press conferences, for freewheeling interviews, for long-form interviews. They're not asking for it. They don't want it. They want this person scripting her way to the presidency. And we can bring this up as proof. I mentioned it's going to be Kamala the day Joe Biden left the race. Here we go, New York Magazine, Kamala. They're creating Kamala, guys. Get ready, buckle up, no hard questions. She's going to try to script her way to Pennsylvania Avenue.
Now, Maria, I said the word gaslighting earlier, in part portending this, which is Joe Rogan, who's an undeniable, energetic force in media, talking about what the media is doing now. Take a watch.
She's going to win. I feel like we are in this very bizarre time where people are giving in to the in a way that I never suspected people would before. And this is one, they just want no Trump, no matter what, and they're willing to gaslight themselves.
Well, interestingly, I was watching another network this morning, and they were pressing Kamala surrogates for when she's going to do an interview. So I actually think that the press is really waking up to the fact that she will have to. She has to answer questions. I also think Donald Trump should debate her on a debate stage. He's waffling on that. He should get on that debate stage and debate her. You know,
sooner rather than later.
Sooner rather than later. So I will say Kamala has reset the entire race. Look at the polls. She is back where any typical sort of Democrat would be. Democrats knew we were going to lose with Joe Biden, and she has coalesced the party, and she has brought in enthusiasm. And the last thing I'll say, you know, Dukakis wasn't running against Donald Trump. And Kamala, for all of her past questions with her presidential campaign, she's running as a happy warrior. She's out there making the case for a positive view of America. You might disagree with it, but she's out there with enthusiasm. And Trump is out there with a lot of anger, divisiveness, bitterness. Those two comparisons, the American people are going to pick hope every single time.
I'd say more of a toy soldier, but I have to do a real-time fact check that it's not waffling on the debate. He's just waiting for the confirmation she is indeed the nominee.
We will
Tammy,
see, my dear.
So Marie describes the approach, the campaign approach of Kamala Harris. I've not heard from Kamala Harris. I don't know what her approach is, if it's a campaign of hope. Now, she's going to choose
She's
her
done
vice
a bunch
president.
of speeches.
You're going to have a vice president who I think is also going to be hitting the ground running. So that's going to be somebody who might, you know, placate the media in a certain sense. No, but this is a woman who is trying to shape herself as Trump, but not when it comes to policies. And it's the media. You're correct. Is that it's a short amount of time. She certainly couldn't have pulled this off in a normal campaign, and she might be able to if the American people allow it.
And Joe Biden just looked like he was asleep there, didn't he? Why isn't he talking? Why isn't Joe Biden talking anymore? Like, what happened? I mean, all of a sudden, I know all the clout, all the attention is on Kamala Harris, but why isn't Joe Biden saying anything? Like, yo, it's just like he just fell off there. He's not even the president no more. Like, he's just not the president no more. You can just see it all over people's faces. And then this is the beginning of this, man. Kamala, I mean, dude, really, that's going to lose its steam. It's going to completely lose its steam.
Kamala mania. Kamala mania. Just energy, energy, energy.
Kamala mania. No, absolutely not. That's what it is. Mania as of right now. Because it's buzzing, that's about it. Anyway, just come back to earth. Come back to earth. Go and look at any interviews that Kamala Harris has done. What y'all should do, have her go, like they said, why isn't she doing any interviews right now? Why isn't she doing any interviews? And again, pay close attention as this thing heats up. Black folks, watch how much y'all are paying to. You telling me all they got to offer, all they have to offer us is twerking, booty shaking, stuff like that. You know, there are some very smart people that are black that are still living right now. Of all people, you can't invite those people to come. All the things she claims she's going to be doing when she spoke in Atlanta, all those things she claims she's going to do, they're the reason why it is what it is right now. You know what, y'all? Never mind. Y'all all saw this video. You have to be just completely, I don't even know how to even explain it, but I might do a panel or something one day where I don't want anybody on the panel except for people who are probably independent or Democrats. I'm not going to bash y'all. I'm not going to hate on y'all. I just like to know where your line of thinking is coming from when it comes to you absolutely voting for Kamala Harris. And I would like to know why. I probably won't get those people to come up here because they probably won't be able to be brave enough to do it. I swear to you, I will not be combative on it. I won't hate you. I won't call you stupid. I won't call you dumb. I like to hear your perspective. All of us can learn some things from each other, but I just would like to know. Wouldn't you? Anyway, folks, yeah, I'm messing with y'all. I know I roll my eyes. I gotta throw shots. Y'all know. Come on now. I'm just messing with y'all. Anyway, y'all, seriously, let me know what y'all think it is by doing this right here, hitting the like button, leaving the comments right there. I am Ty Smith, Model Renaissance Man, hoping and praying that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing, and most of all, I pray every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.